Hey everyone, and welcome to the Secret Agent Challenge. This is a challenge that I have made up, written. I didn't see any other Secret Agent challenges around, so if there are, I apologize, but the rules and mechanics and all that, all mine. Came up with them, my little brain, because I'm weird, and I got bored one night, and I thought, oh, that's my dog. I thought, I want to watch some spy fiction, and then I thought, I should be working. Sydney. And the place I met in the middle was, okay, why don't I work while I watch some spy fiction? So there we go. Many of you guessed, boy, Sydney chose the great moment to be loud. That's my dog, Sydney. Oh, by the way, if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning to my channel, welcome back. And if you are hearing this without ever having seen my channel, then yes, I'm the one who stole your cookies. So there you have it. Excuse me. I'm nervous. I haven't started a proper challenge in a long time. I mean, like, this is a proper challenge. This thing is rule heavy. So, basically, this is taking place in this gigantic world called Westerberg. This is the world where I did my playtesting, so many of the amazing, wonderful Sims that people sent me for this challenge are in town. You will see them around. And I have not done the giveaway for that yet. I'm going to be sending out the prizes to people and then emailing them because YouTube is cracking down on giveaways. But basically, this is sort of going to absorb a lot of spy fiction-y stuff. And as many of you commented on the trailer, there were heavy-duty Archer influences. And yes, there are. I'm a big fan of Archer. What's up here? This world is Westerberg. The sky turns purple here some nights. I know it can seem weird, but this world is huge and it's well developed and has a lot of very interesting locations, so that's why I'm going to use it. And I've never had issues with saves or anything. It just lags a little sometimes. And okay, so let's go. First I'm going to have them start doing stuff. Firstly, this is my test sim, so I set him back to sort of square one, except it didn't get rid of the additional trait that he had, so I just removed the extra trait. I know it's going to all look pretty weird here, but this is beta as shit, honestly. Like, I am still beta-ing this like crazy, but that's okay too. So. This first is Craig Daniel. Let's have a look at him. Actually, let's have him back away from there. Come here. Why don't you go here? There we go. I'm just going to get them doing stuff. Let's get them doing stuff. Craig Daniel is a really sweet guy. He's not super bright, but he's very good at making friends, and he has been long-term friends with Fletcher Galvin. Fletcher and Craig had parents who both headed up a super secret spy agency called Janus, and when they were young, they wanted to be just like their parents, but they didn't have as much of a knack for it, and their parents basically said, okay, well, when you're older, maybe, but it wasn't actually something. I don't think I'm gonna have her listen to the. Yeah, actually, why don't you listen to the Logic Tabcast? So when you're older, maybe we can. I gotta focus for a second though. Maybe when you're older, you can take over, but the business was in Craig and Fletcher's hands for maybe 2 months before the whole thing went bust, went defunct. Their parents were dead. All of the former agents were older and had moved on. And it was really just, it was like, okay, this is garbage. We're done. We're done. We can't do anything with this. So they took what little money they had left. They moved to Westerberg. They signed up with this shadowy benefactor who's helping fund some of the things, but they have very little money. And they met up with Eve, whom they had known when she and they were younger. And, like, she didn't know about them concocting this plan to start a spy agency when they were, like, 10. And they're, in fact, calling it the exact same thing that they called it when they were 10, which is Garnet, because they don't think anyone will be able to figure out that Garnet actually stands for Great Assassins Rocking Nicely Executed Tactics, because they were 10 when they came up with that. And, but they kept it anyway, and Eve, her family worked in the military closely with, she's going to work on her martial arts skill, actually. They worked in the military closely with Janus, and that's how they kind of knew Eve, but they're not that close with her. So they're in this town. Craig came early to scout things out. He is a natural cook. He's irresistible, schmoozer, kleptomaniac, and friendly. They all have the klepto traits in order to make what they have to do here easier. So Fletcher is a genius, disciplined, perceptive, childish, and a kleptomaniac. And I'm going to have Craig actually... I know, that door, it must be awful. I'm going to have to check, make sure it's not broken or something. But go ahead and serve dinner. We're just going to have him get the first day kind of stuff done. You, sir, should be working on skills. Now, what can he do? He needs to work. He is a genius, but he's not all that logical, I believe. Yeah. Now, they have some skills set already. That's part of the challenge. Basically, in the challenge, you can either start them with 2 skills at max, or you can put 2 points in all 5 of the base recommended skills that I have on the rules list. Excuse me. There we go. I thought I'd moved that. Yeah. You can put them 2 in 5 of the main skills, and then an additional 5 points to put wherever you want. So what I've chosen to do with Eve, and like I said, she doesn't know what a bunch of screw-ups these guys are. In fact, the flavor text for the challenge reads... You and your team of rookie spies have started your own agency. Operating outside of any law enforcement, you execute tactical missions, security tests, extractions, assassinations, intimidation, and various sting operations. Despite being a new enterprise, business is steady, and soon there are jobs coming in left and right. But you're new agents, and you're untested, taking on more than you can handle. Build your skills and relationships, all while keeping on top of as many assignments as you can before word gets out to the important circles that your agency is a joke. So this first episode, we're actually going to do a couple sample jobs, but basically, the goal of this challenge is to make 200,000 simoleons through... Hey, dude, did you cook? To make 200,000 simoleons through, no, he didn't cook. Serve mac and cheese, please. Through means of actually profiting from jobs. So you get a certain amount of money for each job. And the rules will be available Sunday afternoon for this on my website and on Mod The Sims. So it's going to be this episode, and then tomorrow's episode will be on Sunday. 2 episodes, 1 each day on the weekend. And so yeah, the rules will be available, and I'm going to just tell you most of them as they come along here. But basically the job types are honeypot, which is where they have sex with a sim and then steal from their house. There are assassinations, which is why they each start with a skill of 1 in the assassination. So I started Fletcher with 10 in athletic, 10 in martial arts, and 1 in assassination, because obviously, as I said, I started our handsome Craig here, 2 in athletic, 2 in charisma, 1 in cooking, 1 in assassination, 2 in logic, 2 in martial arts, and, and 2 in handiness. And then the rest of those skills are extra ones. So basically, it's athletic, charisma, handiness, logic, martial arts that are the main skills that you start focusing on. And that's just to get things going. I feel as though I'm explaining things really poorly, but there's not that much to it. There are a lot of rules and things like that. You do need mods to get this started, although I'm coming up with a modless variant. So... you know, just to help as much as I can. Oh, good, yeah, go clean that stuff up. You going to do it? And Craig is basically going to be handling... I don't think he can. This is the problem with apartments. And oh, yay, there he goes, yay! Clean it up, clean it up, clean it up, clean it up. Clean it up, clean it up, clean it up. Yeah, the problem with the apartments is that, like, a lot of times nobody will clean these things up. He's not neat, which is I'm actually kind of surprised he's bothering to do this at all. Oh, and I'm getting a lag spike. There we go. Hi. Hi. Fraps might be crashing. If you're familiar with my stuff, occasionally Fraps crashes. Oh, it's 3 a.m. Yeah, no, we're good. So basically, let's keep talking. I'm trying to explain this stuff. It's really rough doing these first episodes where I'm explaining things. Yeah, I actually have the list here. I can tell you while it decides to do its thing what kind of jobs we have. The value on these, I believe, has been fully adjusted. They start out with 1 treadmill, 1 computer, 1 chess table, and if you have World Adventures, a training dummy. Then they have an interrogation room, which is what you're looking at right here. It'll stop at 3 a.m. lag spike. It's doing its first cleanup. So you have your interrogation room, which is 1 table, 1 dining room chair, 1 sink, and 1 toilet. Because this is where you're going to bring Sims to keep them basically living here for a little while you interrogate them, which is essentially just learning everything you can about them. You just keep them here talking and blathering until they give up their ATM pin code or something like that. And that's pretty much it, but it's a lot of fun. I have tested this. And then like there's a way you choose marks and things like that. Well, let's see. Hang on. Let's see if we can tell him to do this while I look. Now, you can bring other Sims into the household. We'll talk about that later. And these Sims here can actually have children. They can have children, but you have to roll for the traits. And if they end up with traits that don't coincide with the nature of the challenge, then these kids are either released into the world or they just flat out don't, you know, they can be shipped off or killed or any of those things. They can't buy, he wants to make more friends. They can't buy, skill objects unless they hit a certain milestone. But I want to look for the assignment things. Hang on, I'm looking. Jobs and their prices. There we go. Yay, here we go. I think these are the finalized prices. Learn all of a Sim's traits, and that's even if you're not interrogating them, and there are no limits on how many times a day you can do this. If you learn all of a Sim's traits, you get 300 simoleons. Rummaging through another Sim's trash, 400 simoleons per time you do it, and be done up to twice daily by each Sim. So each of these jobs can be done by a different Sim. I'm gonna actually, why don't you find discount classes? That might help. Befriending any Sim is 100 simoleons per, and there's no limit. Stealing from a Sim's home is 200 simoleons flat, and may be done up to 3 times daily. Dumpster diving can be done after 7 p.m., the same as when you do swipes, and that's 150 simoleons 1 time a day. Building any of those the skills that I mentioned, the logic, charisma, martial arts, handiness, athletic. If you have this job, because you have to roll for the jobs, if you have the job and you're building those skills while doing it, is he gonna go to bed? Yeah, go to bed. He's taking the big room. Craig's taking the big room. So if you have those jobs, then like if you have that job while you're building the skills, then you get points. Once you build a skill, then you no longer have that job. Honeypot is 2,000 per, which is what I was saying. You sleep with a Sim and then steal from their home. May be done up to 3 times a week on any given day. Brutality, which is basically beating up another Sim, 1,000 per if you win the fight, and can be done up to 1 time a day. Assassination is 4,000 per and can be done 1 time each week. Infiltrating a crime family household, which is where we're going to get into the mob stuff. That's 1,000 plus 200 a day, for up to 4 days, and can be done 1 time per selected Sim's life stage. So that's a big one. I actually might make that more valuable. Like I said, this stuff is in beta. We're going to be doing extractions and witness protection. That's 500 and can be done 1 time per week. And hacking, so the total amount of money you make. So our beautiful, talented Eve here, who is apparently very stinky, she is also a computer whiz. Why don't you go ahead and take a shower. Take a shower. And our goal is going to be to make some money and bring in some new members. Now, you have to hit certain milestones. Every 1,000 simoleons they make, they can get a new skill object. For every 5,000 simoleons they make, they can bring in a new, I think it's 5,000, they can bring in someone new. And for every 10,000, they raise their prices. So, you know, that's basically how it's going to snowball. Now, they can get money otherwise. Like, they can have money, but I forgot where the toilet is. Where's the toilet? They can, they can purchase, like, anything they want other than upgrades to the house and skill objects. So if they want to buy cute little decorative items and things like that, they can. And she can like go over there and rummage in that. Actually, I'm going to have her go rummage, go visit Hope Street East, and she's going to rummage in that and get some money so that we can pay our bills. This is a treasure trove. And dig through. Because she's our tech lady. She knows what she's looking for. And this is where our time portal is, but we're just going to ignore that. Fall Festival has made its way. Now, Craig, when he gets up, he is going to cook, and we're going to start inviting people over, because it's not that wise to invite people over to your super secret spy den, but Craig's like, well, it's my job to make friends, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now you, sure, mister, you should stop playing that. And we're gonna get going on some test jobs. So Craig's goal is going to be to meet, like I said, invite some people over and get to know them. That's going to be his main goal. All right, when she gets back, she's going to go ahead and grab a bowl as well. Craig is going to, like I said, try to learn some things about people. That's a way to get easy starting money. And then Fletcher, I think I have a die here that I can roll because I'm going to be using a 12-sided die. Oh, wow. Fletcher and Craig. They might have a groovy thing going on. We can let them talk to each other for a second. Boy, those are two beautiful men. Two beautiful men. And yeah, we're going to be bringing in men, women, children, elders, all those people in, like, if there are reasons, story reasons that we're going to bring them into the house, we're going to bring them into the house. And it's going to be sweet. I'm very excited about this. I'm just very nervous about this. Like, usually starting other challenges, everything is clearly defined. This is still crazy betaed. Crazy baited. Okay, I don't want her to, like, die. Don't die. She wants to use a... Oh, I can't promise you a board breaker because we don't have a board breaker yet. You can't get a board breaker yet. Although we will be getting one very soon. And they also want a telescope. Yes. Serve breakfast. Go ahead and serve some waffles when you're done. And then I want you to... He's going to be handling all of their social networking stuff, too. And... excuse me, I'm almost going to sneeze. And it doesn't occur to Craig that maybe starting a blog about Garnet isn't the best plan. But, you know, it's when you're that adorable, you can't always be that smart. Who's he getting a call from? Who's this? This is an opportunity? Let's see. Oh, it's somebody he's not happy with. Now, he only knows them. Craig is our social magnate, our social butterfly. So let's go. You know, consignment shops are a great place. Crap for cash are a great place to meet some people. I'm gonna have a sip of soda. I apologize. It's very dry in here. It was humid yesterday, and now it's very dry. And we live right near a subway station. If you're wondering where that sound is, it's like. It actually sort of lulls you to sleep at some points. It's oddly soothing in a really disturbing kind of way. So yes, we're going to go meet some people, and then he's going to find some trash in which to rummage. I'd say that's probably our best bet. He's just going to get out there and do stuff. Hi. Hey there, Miss Earhart. What's going on? Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. And I have to keep track. It's sort of going to be like a little bit of bookkeeping. Wow, he's attracted to everybody. But it's going to be like a little bit of bookkeeping that I do in between episodes. And if there are opportunities where we can vote on stuff, I'm definitely going to want to vote on stuff and all of that. And since you get to choose where to sleep, I'm going to give you this nice, quiet, private room. Because there are going to be skill objects in those other places later. And you, sir, create a new blog. Garnet newsletter. He's so bad at this. Personal blog theme. Okay. So, first day up and running. Hopefully we get to kill people soon. Boom. There we go. He gained 17 followers. I can't imagine that he wouldn't. Okay, he's gonna make one more post. And by the way, my name, no, that's not capital. My name is Craig Daniel, and I live in Westerberg. He's so bad. He wants 50 blog followers. Boy, don't let Eve know what you were just up to, Craig. It was super dumb. Oh, is Eve going to the bathroom? Oh, she's going to take a shower. Nope, sorry. Sorry, Craig, you can't actually go to the bathroom just yet. Why don't you put away leftovers. Go ahead and get the mail. Pay our bills. Yep, no. Get the mail. Are you still chatting with her? He wants to play a game with Lacey. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Oh, you're not bored. Don't be rude. Talk to her. Ask her stuff. You're so bad at this. Friendly. Because we need to ask them questions. We need to get them know them. We need to ask about their careers. We need to ask about their wants and likes and dreams. And he's gonna gossip a little bit with her. See what we can find out. She bored? I wouldn't blame you. He can be a little dull sometimes. Oh, we got some smelted metals. Yeah, we gained 17 followers each time. Okay, now he's going to the bathroom. You need to go to sleep, baby girl. Don't no nap. No napping. Okay, nap. Fine. You know what? Do it. Do it. These Sims with their naps. Their silly naps. I don't get what it is with Sims and naps. Now he is perceptive. So what we want to aim to do is satisfy wants and earn him enough passive points so that he can get observant, because it's going to be very helpful. Talk about Le Fromage, art school. Oh, enthused about new house. Friendly, apologize. Friendly. Alright, just chat, and then see what you can buy from her. See if you can get yourself something cool. Alright, she's going to sleep. Good. Oh, she took the... I told her to take the other one, but she took the big one. You can't... This is Craig's bed. I mean, Craig did get there first. Although he doesn't have to do the field work, so maybe he wants a bigger room. Now, this has to be large enough to house any agents that they bring in. Up to 5. The first place has to be large enough to house up to 5 agents. So... it's going to be tight by the time we get enough money. So we're going to be collecting things, selling things, doing what we can in order to afford anything, basically, which is why Craig is going to paint on the side. Little things like that. Let's see. Is my timer still on? Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, my timer's still on. But is there anything fun? I don't know. No. We're gonna have to go out and collect stuff. Is he chatting with someone? Oh yeah, he just met Twilight Sparkle. He wants to become friends with Twilight. That's entirely conceivable. I think you should send a text to Twilight Sparkle. Now he knows some people, because in the rules of the challenge, basically you're gonna have one member of your team who... yeah, send her a secret admirer text. Like, hey, baby. But you're going to have one member of your team that kind of knows what's up. Why are you standing there like that, Galvin? Okay, apparently they're all close enough that they're just sleeping in the same bed. Okay. Okay. It's actually been kind of in Craig and Galvin in the back of their mind that if they can't get any new members right away, maybe they should just, get girlfriends and get them pregnant and indoctrinate those kids into the life, which is pretty scummy. These guys, they've got a lot to learn. So yeah, that is the end of the episode. We haven't learned everyone's traits yet and all of that. I'm going to probably next time going to have these two really work on skills while we have Craig invite someone over. In fact, it's only 7 p.m. Let's invite over Twilight. Oh, is Sunny here somehow? Oh, April Showers. She was the sim that Sunny was based off of. Ariel Dunn was the sim that I got from one of my awesome viewers, Delbert Miller. Like, all of these people. This is John Jafar. I made JonTron. But, I got so many amazing sims from people. Thank you so much. Now, one thing I do want to note, I wrote down a lot of the backstories, but I probably won't remember to put them in, or I may even give them a slightly different one because I'm making a lot of the stories up off the top of my head. If I give a different backstory or I forget to give the backstory for a sim, go ahead and you put it in the comments. Go ahead. I won't have a problem with that. And if YouTube marks it as spam, then here we'll go until she gets over here. If YouTube ends up marking it as spam, then, you know, oh well. I'll fix it and I will say it's not spam. It's cool. And that should be fine. What are you doing? He's gonna clean that while he waits for the girl. While he waits for Twilight. Now this is a huge town. Sometimes it does take a little while, but I think the Sparkle household is relatively nearby. I think it's over here. And yeah, we'll go out and we'll have to do at least one of the other abstract jobs. I'll roll a die between this episode and the next one. No, ha 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 ha. You're not that tired. You're good. Go wait for Twilight. Go here. Stand impatiently looking out the window like I do. Remember, I'm waiting for somebody. There she is. Hi, Twilight Sparkle. Hi, Twilight. I made this Twilight for my My Little Pony, Create a Sim series. Come on in. Thank you. Hi. So, greet her. Let's get her on inside, and then we'll pick up for next time. Yay! Okay, and if I tell him to go here, she should come. Let's call her over, actually. Can we? Can we? Well, we can form a group. Okay. So, cliffhanger! Will Twilight Sparkle join our group? Will Craig be able to learn even the most basic information about another human being? Will he tell everyone exactly where the address of Garnet headquarters is? I don't know. Who knows? Could be. He's kind of adult, but we love him anyway. Will these two continue sleeping in a bed together even though there are beds available? Alright. So, hey, no judgment here. They're adults. You know, people can sleep in a bed together and have it be platonic. I get it. I get it. I guess maybe they just like having someone else in the bed. So, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoy this. I know that first episodes are always rough. I'm really, really nervous. But like I said, the rules will be available tomorrow, Sunday, or which will be Sunday, July 6th, 2014. If you're watching this sometime in the future, hey there from the future. Oh god, I'm in such a weird mood. And yeah, we'll get going on some jobs and things like that. And yep. Every Saturday and Sunday, unless I have to change it for some reason, but it should be every Saturday and Sunday. So thanks so much, and I will catch you next time. Bye.